What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing very well. Today we're going to be talking about VersaGrips and try to figure out if they are worth your hard-earned money. Because let me tell you, they sure are expensive.
The only thing that stays consistent is the grind. Keep on grinding.
So for a very long time, I was of the mindset that if you can't lift a certain amount of weight, you shouldn't be trying to lift a certain amount of weight. So for years, in fact, my grip has been a factor. I have not been able to lift a certain amount of weight or not do as much volume as I would have always liked to do because my grip strength was just not good. So I would focus on my grip strength in order to try to increase it to then allow myself to normally jump into a higher amount of weight. Naturally progressive overload. But I started to realize that my grip strength ain't getting better. In fact, over time, my tennis elbow and also symptoms of carpal tunnel have slowly creeped into my life. And I started to realize that working on my grip strength is actually going to adversely affect my training. Working on my grip strength is actually going to hurt me because I'm using my muscles so much to improve them that I'm actually just damaging them and they're just not getting better. So I was watching one of Mike Israetel's videos and he started to talk about VersaGrips. And of course it was an advertisement. He was advertising it. I'm not advertising it. I don't get paid by VersaGrip company, but he gets paid by them. But why not? You know, it is what it is. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with advertising for a company as long as you believe in the product. And so I said to myself, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to cheat. Maybe the mindset of not being able to lift a certain amount of weight is wrong. If my lats can pull a certain amount of weight, but I'm being held back by my actual grip strength, well, maybe I should just go ahead and give in to that. You know, because my forearms, they have the potential to get very big because I've seen them grow very, very much in the past. The only problem is that with that comes all the negative side effects, the carpal tunnel, the tennis elbow, and all that stuff. So if I want to keep improving on my actual lifts, I'm going to have to cheat, and that's where VersaGrips are coming in. Now, I've been using these for a couple weeks now, and let me tell you, these things are incredible. I've never used any other lifting straps in the past, but every time I looked into lifting straps and then shooed the idea away, thinking that I'd be a wuss if I used them, every time I looked into them, VersaGrips always popped up. So this is quite an interesting product. Let me just show you what they look like. Very interesting. I kind of wish that they would make a glove version somehow, some way. That would be great if they were able to make some kind of a glove, because they do feel a little bit irritating, at least maybe while you're getting used to them. Another thing you got to keep in mind is that with these, you're going to have to break them in like anything else, okay? You're going to have to break them in. Your muscles will have to get used to them. Your hands will have to get used to them, just like a shoe. The shoe needs to break in and your feet need to break in. So you got to understand that. Mine are pretty well broken in now. I've been using them a lot on every single movement so that I can break these things in and get them doing what they need to do the most efficiently as possible. Now, I forgot to mention, the grip with the tag, that's the right wrist, okay? I think people miss that a lot. So you're going to wrap this around your wrist. These are actually made to sit low on your wrist, and which is pretty cool because they're comfortable there. So it's okay to have them low. And I think you should be able to move them around as you need. If you feel like they should be a little higher, a little tighter, move them around based on the movement that you're doing, what you're doing, and so forth, okay? Now, when you're doing a pulling movement, you're going to wrap this grip around the bar, and it's going to be against your hand like this. When you're doing a pushing movement, you're going to have it like this, and it can wrap around the front of the bar if you want when you grip your hand like this. That's important because when you're doing a pulling movement, you want as much leverage as possible. These things are sticky. So when you wrap it around a bar like this, and the bar's sitting in between here, right? And you're holding that thing, you hardly have to put any pressure. And so all the strength is coming from your wrist, going directly into the muscle. It bypasses your forearm, essentially. So that's amazing, because if you have forearm problems or grip problems, you don't even have to worry about your grip really. But something that you will have to keep in mind is that if you use these all the time for everything, your grip won't improve. So you want to do some isolated grip movements, wrist curls or whatever you do, or, maybe just use these on some of the heavier lifts that you need them on and not on everything. Again, I've been using them on everything because I want to break them in. So let's talk a little bit about my experience with these. These reduce pain substantially. Another thing that substantially reduces pain is the Revive compression technology by Mueller Sports. Mueller Sports is an amazing recovery company. They've been around since 1959, doing their thing, protecting athletes from themselves. When you break your body down, Mueller's there to build it back up. They have everything from gel wraps to tapes to compression technology, which I use on a very, very regular basis. It helps me to recover. It helps me to warm up before heavy, heavy lifts and things of that nature. Highly encourage you guys to check out Mueller Sports. I have a link in the description that will give you a discount code to their products on their website. Great company. Look to support them, guys, and look to support yourselves by taking your recovery seriously. So these things reduce pain substantially. Let's say I'm doing a deadlift. By maybe the 5th rep, and I'm trying to do, 8 reps, maybe 4th or 5th rep, my wrists are screaming. And so I might have to put the bar down, rest a couple seconds, and then pick it back up, regain my grip on the bar, and then get back into it and try to get 12 reps in or 8 reps in, whatever the case is, right? With these, there's none of that. There's none of me having to readjust. There's none of me having to put the bar down. I'm not getting paid for this review. I'm just telling you what it is, because these things are quite expensive, okay? I had to buy them in the United States because they're even more expensive to get them shipped to Mexico. So I bought these here in the U.S. They're made in the U.S. They are quality. They're certainly quality. I mean, are they the most comfortable things in the world? Personally, I would love some kind of a glove, a sticky glove with maybe a strap inside the glove. I actually reached out to the company and told them this, and maybe in the future we'll see something like that. But regardless, these things will improve your training experience if you are feeling pain or discomfort. Now, these will take you a little while to get used to, especially if you don't understand that on a pulling movement, you must wrap it around the bar against your hand, rather than hold it like this. But even if you do understand that, these are going to take a little bit of getting used to. That is perfectly fine. Anything good in life takes an adjustment. And you just have to be patient with them. You're going to be able to lift a lot more heavy, a lot more often. And so your muscles are going to be able to progressive overload without the hindering factor of your forearm or grip strength. Don't forget to train your wrists in some other fashion, regardless. Very, very important. You have to train your wrists and keep them working, because they are muscles too. And so if you don't train your wrists, you're going to end up atrophying. And so in real world scenarios where you're not wearing this, when you're not in a gym, you're not going to be able to use your wrists. You're not going to be able to utilize the muscle that you build, because your wrists need to function in actual reality outside of the gym, okay? Very important. But I've been using this from everything from curls to deadlifts to squats to bench press, and I've been using them instead of my normal gloves. And let me tell you, these things are fantastic. They come in a cool amount of colors. I really like the blue, but I got red because I lose things. So if I put the blue down, the blue is like a nice dark blue, I might not see it. But if I have a red strap hanging around, I'm not going to miss it with my eyes. I'm sure if you go over to Mike Israetel's YouTube channel, you could probably get a discount code on these. I personally didn't buy them using Mike's discount code. I bought them on Amazon because I wanted them like ASAP, and Amazon is always going to be faster shipping than the actual company itself. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should you be using these? These are essentially cheating, right? They are cheating. But at the end of the day, in order to continue progressing, my brain is starting to understand that sometimes you have to cheat. Sometimes you have to cheat. If you wait around for your wrists to get better, especially when you know they're not going to get better because of just imperfection, because you're born dying, your body's breaking down over time. It might be worth it to cheat. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you ever used these in the past, and let me know if you intend on purchasing them. Now, keep in mind, these are the VersaGrips Xtremes. They say that, the more you work out, I guess you should have a more durable one. So these are the Xtremes. I don't really know what makes them more different. But on the website, they might tell you. But I figured if you're gonna buy one anyway, you might as well get the most expensive one. Usually, more money means better quality. Usually, right? So, all right. Anyway, catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out Mueller Sports, fantastic company with fantastic products. Take it easy, guys. See you at the next one.